Hey, it's been a while. If I sound kind of funny, it's because I'm getting over tonsillitis with a mixture of the fact that I haven't been sleeping right for the past 2 nights. So I have kind of like this raspy, weird, screechy thing going on with my voice. You can probably also hear the neighbor kids playing next door. There's one thing that's been driving me crazy. I hate working retail. Now, I love my job. I like my job as much as anybody who isn't in their dream profession can like a part-time retail job, but recently, maybe it's because it's been, crazy because of back to school and I don't even know what, the full moon or whatever. It's that super moon, you guys. The super moon is bringing out the crazy in people. I've been pretty stressed out about my job recently. And it's not even the people that I work with. I like the people I work with. I get along with a lot of them, and my job's not bad. It's not too hard. The job itself isn't stressful. It's the people that come into my store. I've had several different kinds of jobs too. I've been a nanny. I worked at a children's party center after that, and then I've worked at a couple shoe stores, so I've kind of gotten a variety of how people behave in certain atmospheres. I've worked a lot with kids. As a little bit of a disclaimer, the things I say in this video don't necessarily reflect the opinion of the company or the companies that I've worked for in the past, so it's just kind of like me venting to you guys about what's been stressing me out recently. So don't take it as, the company telling you what to do and how to behave in a store. It's just me kind of venting. You can hear the neighbors. Okay. Oh, the suburbs. Suburban life. Okay. From the moment I walk into work to the moment I leave work, I put on a stupid, goofy smile, and I am as polite as possible to every customer that approaches me, and I try my hardest to be very, very patient. And I'm very patient in general, but when it comes to people, I'm probably a little bit too patient. I'm extremely passive, and I let a lot of people say a lot of mean things to me, and it ends up building up so much that when one person says something to really upset me, I kind of explode a little bit. I dread it when I come into work and I'm scheduled for the fitting room for 2 hours, even 4 hours, because I feel like that's where people are the rudest to you. When I bring the person in, I give them a set instruction on what to do. Like, I ask them how many items they have, I take them from them, carry them to the room, place them in the room, put a door tag on the door, and then I tell them, anything you don't want, just make sure to put it over on that rack over there. Or I tell them to bring it to me. And yet, they still manage to leave the item ungarment cared and inside out, and off the hanger, on the floor. And then they come out of their fitting room and I'm just like confused as to what was so hard about me asking you to bring it to me. You don't even have to bring it to me on the hanger. You can bring it to me inside out, I don't care. I might be a little bit mad if it's like 12 items. There's one thing that makes me angrier than that is when people just walk right past me and I'll make eye contact and I'll say something, along the lines of, "Excuse me, sir," or "Excuse me, ma'am, do you need a fitting room?" And they'll look me straight in the eyes and say, "Yeah." And then they'll go about their way to finding their own fitting room and shutting the door in my face. And there's a reason why I'm in there. It's not just to stand there and look good for you people. It's so that way I can, count out your items and guide you onto the journey of buying your new clothes. I don't know. There's nothing worse than being in a hot, sweaty, dusty fitting room where a baby's screaming at the top of their lungs and the room itself resonates at top volume, and the headaches that I get from screaming babies on a daily basis. I'm not telling you how to parent your kids, but clearly there's something wrong if your baby is screaming that loud. Nothing will top the lady that asked me if she could change her child in the fitting room stall. The reality of it, come on, you want to change your child, something that's kind of unsanitary, in a fitting room, which is also kind of unsanitary. Hold the phone here for a second. You want to take off your child's diaper in a fitting room. Who knows what that child has done in that diaper? And who knows what that person before you did in that fitting room? And where are you gonna put the diaper afterwards? Certainly not my trash can. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just gross. It's downright gross. I don't know if you're missing a few screws in your hat or what, but you need to realize that that's just disgusting. And I try my hardest to be super nice and friendly, but some people just don't know how to behave towards sales associates in general. Like, I don't know if you woke up on the wrong side of bed, if you're just a bad person, but sometimes you just need to kind of reassess the way that you're behaving, because it's unacceptable. I'm a human being with feeling. I don't lose my temper. I never lose my temper with customers. In fact, I keep a cool head. The only time that I really do anything is I kind of just don't tell them to have a nice day. I still smile at them. It's probably really creepy. There was the one situation where a lady asked me as I was walking with a pile of clothes in my hand. She asked me to come over to the fitting room when I wasn't even working in the fitting room. And she asks me if I can help her with the size, and I said, oh yeah, of course. And then she gives me this devilish grin and says, I'm gonna put you to work. I'm at work, doing work. I'm very busy right now. Obviously, I'm working, so you're not gonna put me to work. I don't want to be that person that just sits here and vents and complains to a camera. But this is YouTube. Look where we are. That set me off right there. I barely even wanted to help her, and she gave me like 12 items to go look for, and I was just thinking to myself, you know, I'm not a personal shopper. I get that, you know, you need a little bit of assistance, and I'm more than happy to help, but I don't understand if you're just being lazy, or I'm a very big pushover. But sometimes, you know, people they push my buttons. Like this other lady. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've been working at this job for a year. We have this deal going on right now where it's, you know, 2 for $10 tank tops in one department. But it's not in every department, just in one. This lady brings me a tank top from that department and a tank top from the plus department. I don't make the sales, I don't make the rules, I don't pick any of that stuff. It's not my place to do any of it. I get her frustration because she wanted the 2 for $10 deal, and I explained to her that this one's a plus, this one's a basic. They're not part of the same department, so I can't give you the deal. I could gladly show you where the tank tops are where you could get the deal, but I can't give you the deal on these tank tops. That's when she lost her temper a little bit, and she told me, well, I know for a fact they're the same item. They're not the same item. This one's from this department, this one's from that department. Well, can't you cut me a deal? No, I can't cut you a deal. I'm sorry, I can show you where the right tank top is. And that's when she starts yelling at me, I know for a fact that this is the same item, that you can give me that deal. And I lost my temper a little bit, and I just looked at her and I said, you know what? I've been working here for a year, so I know for a fact that they are not the same item. They're from a different department, they're a different price, they're a different order number. I can show you where the right item is if you'd like, or you could buy it at full price. The decision's up to you, but either way, I can't give you a deal on these 2 items together. Then I'll just take it at full price, but I know for a fact that they're the same item. And I just let her have that. Just let her have it, because there was no arguing and getting into this lady's head that they were not the same item and that I was right and she was wrong. Because believe it or not, and I'm sorry to say it, and like I said, it doesn't necessarily reflect the opinion of my company, but the customer is not always right. Sometimes the customer is not right. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm just saying this because honestly, I've dealt with so much crap. I've been treated like human garbage. So when I say this, that maybe next time you go into a store, you just kind of take a breath and just think about the way that you're behaving when you overreact over something as small as an item and a deal and a price. Just keep it cool, you know? Just chill out a little bit, because I am a human being with feelings and emotions, and this stuff can haunt me sometimes. Like, I'll have nightmares about customers yelling at me, or I'll have nightmares about losing my job because I couldn't give you a deal on 2 different tank tops. But sometimes it just becomes too much. Now that it's all out there, I don't know, maybe I'll reach one of you. I'm hoping. Well, I hope you guys found this video, you know, somewhat informative, or entertaining in any way. I don't know. Maybe I seem like a rambling idiot, but if you enjoyed it, you know, like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, you know, maybe tell me some of the stories if you work in retail or just like from your job in general, like customer service in general. You know, share some stories in the comments below. Well, it was nice talking to you guys. I hope next time I see you I won't be, you know, as crabby. Well, I'll see you later, and don't forget to stay super quiet. Okay.